brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself any direction you choose. You're on your own, and you know what you know. And you are the guy who will decide where to go. And that's exactly what we've done in Flipped Classroom. Oh, the places you'll go, and oh, the places we've gone. In a normal classroom, it's often filled with boring lectures and monotonous note-taking.
So how does Flipped Classroom differ from normal classrooms?
In a flipped classroom, the videos are outside of class and they're online. You can watch them on your computer, mobile device, or tablet. You can pause and rewind the videos to reinforce a concept that you are learning. The quizzes are outside of class as soon as you get done with the videos, so you can take them as many times as you would like and at your own time.
The activities we do in class give us real-life experiences for the content we have learned. We loved flipped classrooms, and we can't imagine going back to the old ways.
Today, my PBL group will be discussing the pros and cons of a flipped classroom from our point of view. One pro that I feel strongly about is that we get to learn different technology that we normally would not be exposed to. A con would be it feels like we have two classes considering you have all your online work and you have all of the in-class activities.
Another one of our pros is that you get a ton of teaching tools that you'll get to use for your future classroom. And then one of the cons, however, is that it takes so much time with all of your other classes combined.
A pro for me would be that we get all kinds of experience that we can actually use in the classroom. And a con for me is that we have to rely on other people in our class to get our work completed.
My pro is that we become a family. You enter some classes and you leave not knowing anybody. Well, in a flipped classroom, you leave knowing everybody. The con would be it's very stressful with all of the work, relying on others. The fact that it is like two classes, it's all just very stressful.
Okay guys, so how do you think a flipped classroom has better prepared you for the future?
It's prepared me with unique and interesting ways to teach kids different subject matters like science and history using a smart board or any other type of interactive media.
It's gave me many teacher tools to use for the future.
I think it's helped me better prepare to work with my future colleagues.
Would you use the flipped classroom as a teacher? I think as an elementary school teacher, it would be a very difficult thing to do considering most students don't have internet access at home, especially in low-income areas. I think the activity aspect you could do maybe once a week or on an occasion thing, but I believe it would be difficult considering most students don't have internet access at home, and most of them don't have the attention span long enough to sit at home and watch a video on their own.
Would I use a flipped classroom in secondary education? Yeah, I think that I probably would, so long as I could find a way to use it, such as Flipped Fridays, where they have a flipped classroom just on Fridays. I think it'd be really hard unless you had an honors class or an AP class to make a flipped classroom work in a high school setting, but so long as you can get a good class to do it with, I think it would work really good.
I'd had Miss Smith before in a regular classroom setting, so when I came into the class, I'd heard people talk about it being a flipped classroom, and I had no idea what that meant. And I was really nervous because I'm not good with doing online stuff when it comes to school. I'm much better in classroom in the regular setting. But as the semester went on, it really helped me develop my group skills and helping my team. And it did help me develop a lot of technology skills that will really help me when I become a teacher. It just made me think about stuff that I could do in a classroom, and it was really fun. It was different, but it was fun.
As I went to my 2010 education class with Miss Smith, I thought it was going to be a completely normal classroom. The very first day she taught us it was going to be completely flipped, and I had no clue what a flipped classroom was. I'd never heard of it. As this class was my first education class I've ever had, I was completely terrified for it. It being my very first education class in a flipped classroom that I had no clue what it was. As the semester went on, I came to realize how great the flipped classroom was. It helped prepare us to be great future educators and be very effective with our future students. It helped us with our technology skills and group skills and time management. And I am very thankful that Ms. Smith has decided to do a flipped classroom with us. And we are now known as the chosen ones. And I feel as if this has prepared my...
This is my first semester in a flipped classroom completely. I'd heard about it from SCA conference last semester, but I'd never worked in such an online-based, group-based classroom. So going into Ms. Smith's class, I was kind of nervous, but as the semester went on, I became better in working with groups. I became better on online and time management, making sure that I got things done. I highly recommend any kind of flipped classroom to any future student, and I really hope that this just becomes an all-over campus thing.